Views from the Chair podcast. We back another week. Oh man, how you feeling over there, man?
I'm a little sluggish, man.
Sluggish on a Tuesday.
I'm a little sluggish.
Oh man, they got one of my bad plants in the view. So it'd be all right.
Damn, I need to water my plants. You just reminded me of that. I'm surprised them shits ain't dead.
Yeah, it's just a bad fucking leaf. But yeah, man, Tuesday. I did wake up feeling like it was Wednesday this week. Going a little slow to me.
Week spot going by slow.
Yeah, man, the weather certainly changing the pace of life for real. But right back to 80s next week. This shit is so fucking weird.
Jesus Christ, dude. What a way to come back from fucking DR. And first of all, I never drove on the turnpike before, right?
You never drove on the turnpike?
Yeah, like the Jersey Turnpike.
Oh, you've never been in New York? Okay.
Yeah, I never drove on it.
About to say, what the hell?
I guess New York's right there, right? I drove an hour and a half up.
Yes.
I was in Newark. I was in Newark's airport. Wait, before I get into that, I had the nastiest fucking dream of my life last night, and I almost died because of it.
The nastiest dream. Nasty could go a multitude of ways.
Not like fucking nasty. Settle down, bro. Jesus Christ.
Hey, man, you said it, not me.
Jesus Christ.
I'm getting blood or something. I don't know.
Now, what's it called? Have you ever seen the American Pie movies?
Yeah.
Like all of them?
They got a little out of hand after like the third one.
I said like the third one's with the wedding, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the wedding, there's a scene where Stifler eats dog shit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I had a dream that I was in that movie and I was Stifler. And I was about to eat the dog shit. And not only in my dream did I start throwing up, but in real life, I'm laying on my back starting to throw up. And Takai is like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Yo,
real life reactions?
Yes, bro. Yes. I am throwing up in real life, laying on my back. Bro, if I wasn't over her house, I could have fucking drowned in vomit from because I'm about to eat dog shit in my dream.
You real life threw up?
Yes, bro. I was about to fucking die. Yes, dog. Yes, yes, bro.
Yo.
Yes, dog.
That's fucking.
This shit is crazy because I've had dreams like where I'm about to piss. And I wake up and I'm like, oh shit, I'm really about to piss.
Yeah,
I've never had dreams where I'm about to throw the fuck up and then I start to throw the fuck up in real life.
No, but that's funny because that is a dream that would make you do that shit.
It was so nasty, bro. Like, I'm really in this dream. I'm Stifler. Like, I'm not Stifler. I'm me. But everybody else is the regular American podcast. And they're all looking at me like, oh, he's about to do it. And like, I'm about to do it. And I start throwing up in the dream. And then, like, she wakes me up because she thinks I'm about to have a fucking seizure or something. She's like, yo, are you good? Like, right. No, I was about to eat dog shit. I was about to eat fucking dog shit.
Say that shit.
I was about to eat dog shit. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, in my dream, yo. Like, it was so close.
The funny shit is you was in my dream probably like last week. I'll probably save it for off pod what it was about, but I woke up cracking the fuck up.
I don't know if I want to know now.
Nah, you on geek, but it was just funny as shit. Yeah, wait till you hear that one.
Oh, dude, fucking
reminded me.
Dude, fucking yeah, that shit was crazy. And then come to find out, I'm riding around, I'm doing client introductions, client drops today, right? So I'm on the road most of the day. So I'm going into my bag on my podcast, listen to them all, like. So, like, every once in a while, I'll go back to, like, you know, we talked about the podcast and shit, but I love, like, Attitude Era WWE, WWF. Like, I love to hear the stories about it. I like the behind-the-scenes shit. So, there's a couple podcasts I'll listen to about it. So, one of them is the guy, JR, that was the announcer for the whole Attitude Era. So, they got one on Paul Heyman. I'm listening to it. And I get all the way to the end. And mind you, I never listen to podcasts all the way through. I usually turn them off. All the way into listener questions. And I hear, and we have a listener question from Dylan Leahy. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening here? Yeah, right. It's my fucking brother's asking listener questions on fucking
Jim Ross
podcast about ECW commentators in the fucking 1998. And here's the kicker, John. I grew up with the kid. He never liked wrestling. I've never heard him say a single fucking word about wrestling. Like, the kid's a mystery.
Did you hit him about this shit?
Yeah, so what the fuck is this? Well, first he's gonna try and play coy and shit. I'm like, yeah. It's like, you're a big wrestling podcast guy, huh? And it goes question mark. Pussy, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. How many listener questions? Because I know he's like, what the fuck are you doing listening? And then I send him the clip, and all he sends back is LOL. I'm like, dog, no explanation.
You gotta be invested to send the listener questions.
That's crazy, bro. You getting online, going to the website, and sending it.
Yeah, you invested at that point.
And it was so specific. Like, it was like, hey, has Paul Heyman ever tried to recruit you to commentary for ECW? It's like, what the fuck is this motherfucker? I've talked to him about wrestling, and he's gave me nothing.
Damn.
This fucking kid's this giant.
Invested, man.
He's a giant secret, dog. The fucking kid's a giant secret.
Shit is crazy, man. How was the weekend?
The weekend was good, man. I went to DR, Punta Cana. Is that how you say Punta Cana? Punta Cana. I don't know. I went to DR Thursday morning, drove up to Jersey on the Turnpike. First time I ever went to Jersey. I don't like the Turnpike. I don't like Jersey. Never have, never will. It's too fast for me. You know how I drive.
I was about to say, because that's what made me think. I'm like, bro, it's like 5-6 lanes on that shit. Why don't you like it? It's no traffic.
It's so fucking fast.
Oh yeah, they rolling.
And the worst part is, like, I come back late Sunday night, get my bag searched, because every fucking time I travel, my bags get searched. I don't know why. Never in my life, knock on this chair, have I? So fucking weird, bro. It's like dating back to college every fucking night. It's like, not like my beard's like, everybody has this beard now.
Yeah.
Like, everybody has it. Every white man in their 30s to 40s has this fucking beard. Like, it's not like back in the day when I was like one of the select few that had a giant beard. Like, it's just not. But anyway, I come back late Sunday, and it's pouring rain, and I'm driving on the fucking Jersey Turnpike an hour and a half. It's my worst nightmare, dog. It's my worst nightmare, and I'm hungover as fuck.
Now I can only imagine, because for the people that don't know, when I say Dill drive like a pop, I mean that in this way. 5 over. Like, if it's 40, he's going no more than 40. I'll say 42.
It's like 45. It's 5 over, and I'll go cruise control.
He's cruising, because I mean, what is 95? 55?
On 60, cruise control.
I remember one time just I think following you from Philly or something, and I'm like, where the fuck is he at? And I just looked in my rear view. Mind you, it was like neck and neck. Pause, and then I'm like way down. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is he doing? But I mean, that's just how you drive. 5 over, bro. And knock on wood, I've never been in a car accident outside of people that hit me. So like, like, I'm good, and I don't get tickets. I got one reckless driving ticket for going 40 over when I was 19. I've never gone over 5 again. Damn. And I did it on the worst joint. I did it on that long ass bridge going down south. I was about to say down south. Oh, shit, you was down there. You lived there. Mm-hmm. They speed limits be like 75. I was flying, bro. Flying. Me and Big Doe in the car. I'm smoking Black and Milds, zooming, fucking going crazy. But yeah, I went to DR. And my first drawing was like, I guess because I only see vacation videos and shit. It's like, I didn't realize like how much poverty was in DR. Like, on the way to the resort, I was looking around, like, yeah, sometimes you take for granted the infrastructure of America, like how different, like, the lights and the roads and just like the apartment buildings and like all that shit is just so much different. Now, but that shit was fun with my friend Jade's wedding, so I went down there for a couple of days. The resort was fucking dope. The room was fucking dope. Had an absolute blast. I will probably not go on to a destination wedding again by myself. Okay, makes sense. I just probably won't do that. But I did have a blast. But I had a lot of downtime. And like, motherfuckers wasn't trying to go to the beach, bro. I don't understand that. Yeah, no, not on vacation. You gotta hit the beach. What are we doing? Like, every fucking day I'm texting like, yo, y'all want to hit the beach with me? Y'all want to hit the beach? Like, we at the pool, deal. We throwing out. It's the beach, yo. Yeah. Like, this shit is clear out here. Yeah. This shit is clear. It's little monkeys running around and shit. They got parrots on their back. It's the fucking beach, yo. Like,
And I love a motherfucking pool. I love a pool. I was at the pool a lot too. But I wake up kind of early, you know, so I was bouncing around. It was a good time. We had a party Thursday night. That shit was a motherfucking blast. Also, Jade's a funny lady because she told me I wouldn't be the only white person there. I was the only white person there. It was not even anyone remotely close to not white. It was just me. I might have been the only white person on the resort, including employees.
Damn.
But it was a blast. I had a good time.
This was okay. Y'all was on a resort, so the whole the extracurriculars, it wasn't there. The theory wasn't on the resort.
What you mean?
What people are known for going to DR for?
What are they known for going to DR for?
The prostitutes.
Oh, it wasn't no hookers? I don't think it was no hookers, bro. But you know, I'm not single no more, so I don't even be looking at that type shit.
Okay.
And that was kind of the tough part for me as well. Is like I'm going to a destination wedding because like I don't have a +1, which I shouldn't because I've only been dating the lady for like 4 or 5 months. So like, you know, I got my invite way long ago. But like it's not like everybody else got their spouse and shit, and I can't be out here trying to fuck bitches. So I'm just going to the beach. I'm body surfing, you know, I'm fucking like getting a pina colada, tanning by the pool. Like I'm in my fucking outside bathtub. You know, I'm trying to be active as shit, you know, like really bouncing around. But nah, the shit was nice. The welcome party was nice as shit. The wedding was really pretty. The wedding was fun as shit. Never stops to amaze me how easily impressed black people are with white people doing anything close to dancing. Never stops to amaze.
It's a shocking thing, man.
Every fucking time, hitting my little bop. Her brother-in-law pulls me into the circle. Everybody starts cheering and shit. I'm like, yeah, like, you know, it's this.
You love the attention. Don't act like that.
You know, I love that. You know, I love that shit.
Question. Because me also earlier in my relationship, I went on a vacation. Your birthday in Atlanta. Was there any issues with that? Have gone on a vacation early by yourself? Because it's already weird because you're like, damn. But then it's like, all right.
I don't think it was any issues. I think I don't know.
We ain't gotta dig into it.
It wasn't anything crazy. I think we talked about it like a couple months ago, and I was thinking like, because we were both talking, I'm like, well, like I don't want you to like have to sit in a room and wait for me, and then also I don't want to like rush back from the events and leave my friends there when I'm coming from there. And she was on the same page, and then when I got there, I was FaceTiming. She was like, that shit's mad nice. I could have been doing mad shit waiting around for you, the event. And I didn't realize like how fast the wedding only events would be. Like it was probably only 2 events for a total of 6 hours.
Yeah,
that she couldn't have been at. So it was only that. But no, it wasn't bad. I talked to her a lot, so she wasn't tripping or nothing. And she don't really be tripping like that anyway. But it was like a lot of shit. Like, damn, I wish my John was here. Like this shit would be a lot better.
Yeah.
Especially when you gotta think you with all couples.
Yeah, that was probably and that was the thing. I ain't had to worry about that when we went to Atlanta. So
you with all couples, and the people that aren't in couples, you don't want to get too friendly with.
Yeah,
like, relax. You feel me? Like, so, like you feel me? So I was kind of like third wheeling a lot of time, but nah, shit was fun. Then we did the boat shit. I mean, I'll give her this, dog. Like, I don't know how many people usually come to destination weddings. So that shit had to be like 80 people.
Oh damn.
That shit was a lot of fucking people. It was like probably like 50 people just on the boat for the day after. And that shit was funny. And they was just, I'm funny. I was talking to her now and it was like, well, you seemed a little nervous and shit. Blah, blah. And I'm like, this shit always cracks me up. It's like, oh, matter of fact, I might wait that for my next question. But I don't know how many times I had to tell people like I have a fucking anxiety disorder.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not super easy for me to be around a bunch of people I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're attributing, they're like, well, maybe you just weren't comfortable around like that many black people. I'm like, how fucking long? Yo, like,
bullshit.
I'm like, how fucking long? Like, yo, like, I was like, yeah, I haven't been to a majority black event in 2 weeks since John John's baby shower. I was fucking culture shocked. Like, I
right.
I haven't been in a room with all black people since I was at my girl's house last week. Like, what are we talking about? You know, like,
you gotta relax with that one.
It's just so silly. It's so silly to me, but I get it. Like, I don't know. But I had a blast, dude. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it like an 8.5 out of 10. If my girl's there, it probably would have been a 10 out of 10. I drank a lot, had fun. I don't get to see those guys as much for my heart. So it was nice catching up with them.
Did that change your perspective from last week on destination weddings?
I keep going back and forth because I kind of want to have a big wedding, and I do have like a very like I have a diverse group of friends, so I know there's a lot of people that could easily afford a destination wedding. But I know there's a lot of people that couldn't, and like I don't know if I need to be around all my friends that much either.
Okay.
Like if I have a regular welcome party and a wedding, and then I go take a 7-day honeymoon, I don't know, because the friend shit is fun on vacation though. I don't know, bro. I go back and forth on it because I do think it's cool, like experiencing all that shit with all your friends and all like the different shit. And then I also like there's a couple different health issue things you gotta think about on certain family members that couldn't make it. So you kind of gotta think like how important would it be for them to go. But like I guess you kind of gotta be selfish with that shit too. Like it's kind of what you and your girl want to do.
Yeah.
If you get married. Because who knows? But yeah, I had a blast, dude. It was great. I mean, her dress was really pretty. He had a cool suit on. Her boyfriend, her husband's a really nice guy. Their families were super nice. For the most part, all their friends were really cool. It was funny because there was one kid. There was one kid that was from Delaware. He used to play basketball a couple years older than us. And we started talking about Delaware basketball. You know, that shit just, Delaware's so small, you don't really run into people like that in other spots. So we had a blast. And funny enough, my mom actually ended up making their wedding cake.
Oh, shit. How'd that happen? How'd it get there?
Vicky runs the fucking cake trap in Delaware. She got that shit on lock, dog.
How did the cake get there?
People don't understand.
We are.
People don't know. Not Jade shit, the dude that plays basketball.
Oh, shit.
So random, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that shit was a blast. It was nice seeing everybody and whatnot. I had a lot of fun. I'm not the biggest vacation guy either, though. I think like 3 or 4 days is probably perfect for me. Because I'd be ready to come the fuck home.
Yeah, I will say when I went on the cruise, 7 days was overkill. I was like, all right, this is a lot. I mean, I feel like I could thug it if it was somewhere else because I did do 6 or 7 in Tulum, and that could have been a month for me. That shit was fucking amazing. But yeah,
but also like
places, it do get old quick.
Well, also like unless you make reservations at some of the different spots, like the regular resort food is fucking trash, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking trash. Like I came home on Sunday and ordered a cheesesteak at 10 o'clock because I needed fucking real food.
Something worth eating.
Like something actually heavy. Like I'm like, yeah, like that's like this shit is not good.
Is that the American in us or?
You know what's funny too? Like I don't be realizing like motherfuckers don't understand my sense of humor and shit. So we're on the boat and the "See Murder" song comes on. It's like right after they play the Rich Homie Quan song, the Rich Homie Quan and Jeezy song. So I look at bro, I'm like, yo, damn, bro, can we play a song I can rap to? Like,
yeah,
right? Like, obviously I'm joking and shit. He looks at me, he's like, yeah, sorry, bro, you can't say the word, but like, you could still have a good time, though, bro. I know how you are. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, you're supposed to crack up at that shit, yeah.
Like,
don't take it so serious, man.
That's a good joke. I'm like, this is a heater, yo. This is a fucking heater. Like,
that's when the joke that good goes over somebody.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, bro, that shit was a heater. Like, that shit was a good joke. And like, I was happy with myself. Like, back-to-back songs. Like, this is nice. Like. Didn't hit. It was fine. No, a couple of my other jokes hit, so it was good. And then I started doing my "Won't He Do It" shit a lot. That was a hit. Yeah. I love that. Like it's the perfect thing to shout. It's the perfect thing to shout. I will say this though, like they had the wedding, bro, and that shit was supposed to be outside, and like it hadn't rained at all since we've been there. And like the reception, everything was set up outside, like the plates, the food, all that shit, and it was probably like a fucking 15 by 15 shit covered. That shit started pouring, bro. As soon as everybody sat down. Pouring, bro. Pouring. Like fucking pouring. Like monsoon shit. Like monsoon shit, bro. Like that shit probably poured for like an hour and a half. Bro, motherfuckers started drinking heavy as shit. That shit finally stopped pouring. They finally, mind you, this shit, bro, like the shit started at 6. Motherfuckers didn't get to eat until 9 because the
Damn.
rain. They had to reset everything, recook the food, all that shit.
Damn.
I'm surprised nobody died.
That's how much. Oh, because it's a resort, so I'm guessing everything was all inclusive.
All inclusive.
Oh my gosh.
Drink, shot. Don Julio. Nothing but fucking drinks, bro. Nothing
So
but drinks.
was it as bad as they say, or was the drinks hitting? Because they like to say resort drinks are watered down.
Bro, I couldn't tell you because I drank so much.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what I always figured. I was like, if you're drinking enough, is it gonna matter?
Yeah, if this shit's watered down, but I had 25 margaritas on a day, I'm gonna be asleep in my bathtub by the end of the night anyway. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, that shit was a blast. I had a lot of fun. What'd you do this weekend?
Mine was way less entertaining, but I ain't do shit, man. We fucking waiting on this baby, man.
Coming.
Yeah, it's real soon. But yeah, man, all I do is I've been watching TV or series and shit. It's this new shit on Apple called The Changeling with Lakeith Stanfield. And that shit's about a bit. I ain't gonna give it away. I don't know if you're gonna watch it, but don't you hate when shows are good when they start? Mind you, this shit based on a book. So it's good the first 3 episodes, and then shows just turn left. And you like, all right, y'all had probably one of the most fire shows, and then it just goes left. And then what else I watched? I watched you ever seen The Covenant? Fucking army movie. Big deal.
Nope.
It was amazing. It's on Prime. Shit was fire. But yeah, man, I ain't getting into too much this weekend. Still being Bob the Builder. I'm pretty much done everything. Probably got like 3 more things to build. But other than that, man, my shit was chill, laid back. I was just kicking up, trying to get rest before the little guy gets here.
Dude, hot take here.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you guys, never mind, your baby's good. Is your baby gonna be here? When's your baby due? The first, like next week?
Sunday.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
What
was this weekend?
No, it's next weekend. We're going to one of the orchards with a bunch of people.
Oh shit.
Also, hot take here, man. I don't know, but like maybe I'm ratchet. I don't know. JetBlue's the best airline.
I've never flown JetBlue.
It's the best airline.
I've heard good things about JetBlue though.
It's the best airline. I've never had a cancellation. I've never had a reschedule. I get on. I go to DR. These motherfuckers give me unlimited ginger ale. Unlimited ginger ale.
Unlimited.
If it's a 4-hour flight, I might have had 3 of them bitches.
Damn.
So I'm thinking, I haven't flown JetBlue in a while. I'm thinking, like, I hope they got a TV screen. I download a bunch of movies on my phone just in case. They got every movie you'd ever want to watch, bro.
On the TV screen? They got the fucking unlock Amazon.
They got every new shit you want to watch, bro. I was watching shit I didn't even realize was out yet. I'm like, when the fuck did this shit come out? This is crazy. Like, watch everything.
Ways?
Huh?
Both ways?
Both ways. Oh, and I'm wait.
Have you been bougie enough to upgrade your seat?
That's one of the questions Dex asked me to ask. Well, last part here. They got free Wi-Fi.
Oh, fire.
Come on, yo.
I'm
texting the whole flight. I'm watching movies. I'm watching fucking the new Spider-Man. I'm watching the fucking Mario movie. I'm watching the Transformers movie. I'm watching every movie that came out this year. I'm just watching it, knocking them out, drinking ginger ale. They give me a little cracker fucking charcuterie boards or whatever the fuck they are. Come on.
I need a flight on JetBlue, man. You guessing? I didn't know they was like that.
I don't know if that's international or not.
Okay.
I don't know if that's international or not. So, like, I don't know. Also, going through customs is a fucking bitch.
That shit is corny.
Going through customs is a motherfucking bitch.
That shit is corny.
That shit is just so fucking like.
That shit is corny.
That shit is so trash. But yeah, anyway. You want to go on to questions or topics first? Because we could talk about the airline shit. Because Dex did ask me. Is it weird to buy? Where the fuck is it? Let me see real quick. Do you think first class is necessary or a waste of money? I've never done first class. I'm not there in life. I don't know if I'll ever
been on a plane with first class.
I think a lot of them have first class, but it's not
like I don't be like, whoa, this first class.
I think it's like business class or some shit.
That's what I'm saying. They don't be like movie first class. Like you be like, these motherfuckers got beds and shit. I don't know if that's
Yeah, they get chicken dinners and shit.
yeah. I ain't never been on one of them.
Nah, never.
Yeah, and I mean my favorite airline is American Airlines. I know some of them have it, but I ain't never been on American with that shit. But yeah, I mean I do upgrade my seat though, cause that shit way cheaper doing it there than doing that shit. Uh, or as far as I know, it's cheaper doing it when you there than rather than doing it when you booking the flight. But I
What is
just
it?
remember the flight from Atlanta. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna spend this money and I'm gonna upgrade my shit. And it was like I forget what I flew, but it was their version of first class. And I ain't gonna lie, that seat was
Living large.
like the size of a damn not a love seat, but a whatever the fuck you want to call it, a single seat.
A
And I'm
recliner.
like, oh shit. And then that shit really reclined. You got mad foot space. I ain't the tallest dude, but I'm taller than the average person. So that shit really, my knees wasn't buckled. So I'm like, oh, it's different. And then you kind of get spoiled when you do it. So I would say to the people out there, be careful if you do it because it's hard to go back.
Yeah, the only thing I'll ever do is like if I get on there and like I'll pick the emergency aisle.
Have you ever even seen the first class shit on a flight you've been on though?
Not like a real first class.
That's what I'm saying. Like the shit you see on TV and shit. I don't know if I'm catching the broke people planes or what, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I've never
Yeah,
been on
not real first class. I've never even seen it.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know. There's that shit, and I'm frugal. Everybody knows it. Is like I don't know how much money I'll have to make to spend unnecessary money.
I ain't gonna lie, spending $2,000 for one way is kind of crazy, especially when we going to the same place.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm fighting buying a new car because my shit still works. Like right. If me and you are taking the same plane and you get to sit 5-6 rows ahead of me and you're a little more comfy for 3 hours, that's not worth the extra $400 to me.
Nah, yeah, I definitely ain't upgrade no 400. That shit was like $70, and I was like, oh, bet, let me get that. But yeah, I don't see myself. Like I said, I don't like cars. I don't care to travel in first. I like sneakers. That's the only thing I say I spend stupid amounts of money on. But if it ain't sneakers, I'm probably like, all right, bro.
I'll spend money on clothes and suits and watches here and there and shit like that. But like, kind of like when you get to our age, bro, like when you buy clothes and shit, that shit lasts forever.
Yeah, and I could go off this clothes topic. Do you think when people have kids, because you know how like you see some parents and they just like stuck in the era? Do you think like when people have kids, they just stop buying clothes and they just worry about the kid because they got clothes, like you said, forever?
I don't know. I think like when I have kids, I'll probably be matching with them and shit.
But you know everybody don't do that. Yeah. And like you see some people with kids and you be like, okay, I feel like I see what happens here. Not that you don't have the money to do it.
I don't know because my buddy Benjamin's got like an 18-year-old, a 16-year-old, and like an 8-year-old, and that motherfucker be pretty like he's probably a little more like hip to the trends than I be.
And they probably be flaming him. They was probably like, man, you need to step your shit up.
I don't know because his girl's a designer.
Okay, well damn,
a stylist, so it's cheating a little bit.
Yeah. He don't count. He
is cheating a little bit.
He exempt.
But
I just hope I don't fall into that. I hope I still like my sneakers, like my gear, and like you said, I already know I'm gonna be matching and shit.
I can't see you like stop liking that shit. But like, yeah, I like clothes. Dog, I still have my fucking sports jacket I bought for the fucking joint we went to for your birthday like 6 years ago, and I'm about to pull that shit out for a wedding next month.
Why not?
Why not? Like I think I spent like $500 on it, $600 on it, but that shit, I'm gonna have that for the rest of my life, dog. I got like fucking 8 blazers that I just can cycle out and then go like So shit like that I spend money on. A first class John, no, not a shot.
Yeah, I can't see myself doing it either.
Not a shot.
I can't see myself doing it either. I'll upgrade my seat. I don't know about forking at 2 bands for the same flight. That sounds like some we might as well take even though it's 10 times more a damn private jet. Like if that would make sense, I guess. But
like my shit is like, and this is my shit with like buying a lot of things, like buying a house, buying like certain clothes, buying certain cars, buying first class, whatever it is, like, are you buying it because like you really like want to buy it, you feel like you need to buy it, or are you buying it because you want to say you bought it?
I feel like that's a good question in the social media era because I could go. Like I said, I don't know if this shit was. I don't know what the fuck it was. All I know is I was at the front of the plane in a big ass chair. I bought that shit because I was like, my knees not about to hurt for this 3 hours.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. Because I've
But
definitely
I
flown
could
like
see the allure of like taking the pic. I'm sitting here. I don't even know necessarily if you tell somebody that in conversation if they care.
and
I feel like you. I don't know.
if you have first class money, I don't know like never mind. Yeah.
Here.
I'm just saying, like, motherfucker, like, if you have first class money and you hanging out with a bunch of people that is impressed because you flew first class, you
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why you would tell anybody. That's
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't give a fuck what you flew. Fuck.
I don't know.
Only shit I'm bougie with the planes is like if it's over an hour, I won't fly like Spirit or Frontier, just because how little this shit is. The seats are just too little and I'm big.
You know, opposite on that. I don't give a fuck. All I need to see is nonstop. I ain't with the.
That's fine, but like them shits is really like crunched up, and I'm kind of tall. And I remember my last flight, like I forget where it was from, but it was like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, maybe it was the Texas one, and it was one of them Johns, and like my fucking knees was on the seat the whole time. No, I can't do this shit again. I can't do this shit again.
On the way to Cali, on the way to LA, we flew Spirit because it was. Luckily, we got American on the way back. But we flew Spirit there on the way because it was only nonstop. But that shit was a hell of a 5-hour flight. And me and my cousin definitely looked at each other and was like, never again.
Never again, dog.
Never again. But I ain't gonna lie, I would do it just because, like, a lot of that shit, I ain't with the stopover shit. I've never been on a flight.
I'm not on connecting shit. I tried to avoid the connecting shit as much as possible.
I've never been on one. I don't plan on being on one. So every time I just see nonstop, you always just see Spirit nonstop. And you just be like, fuck. Am I about to do this to myself, to my body? And half the time you end up saying, yeah, fuck it. I just want to get to my destination, man. That's all I care about. Get me there safe, regardless of who I'm flying. It is what it is.
All right, next question. Are you comfortable with, and this kind of goes to what we were just talking about a little bit earlier, are you comfortable with a friend of a different race making racial remarks?
I'll say if it's a friend, then we probably make them remarks already. But if
like,
it's different when you don't know somebody. When you don't know somebody, I guess personality and how they saying something. Like if I'm saying something about white people, or you saying something about black people, I don't think either one of us gonna take it in a way of like, oh, you don't like white people or you don't like black people. And if we did say that, it would be in a joking way, like you don't even like black people, bro. You don't even like. I guess you don't like white people. Like it.
Yeah.
It catches me off guard when it's people I don't know and they try to crack the conversation with shit like that. I'd be like, where are you going with this? But yeah, when you say a friend, I feel like you should know where they coming from with certain shit.
Yeah, I guess I would have to say like I don't know like what a racial remark would be. I would probably need like a little more specific on that. I don't know. It's just different. Friends is different, bro. Like shit is interesting. Like I think like me and you have known each other so long to where it's like we don't really like I don't even know if it would come off as racial.
Yeah.
Like it would just be a regular conversation. It wouldn't be shit. And that's like how it is with probably anybody that's met me from like teenage years and up. Like that's probably how it is. The only people I really like am friends with like that, like I would think like even like I don't want to say acknowledge that I'm white, but yeah, I guess like acknowledge that I'm white. Like it's it's probably like my newer friends or work friends and shit.
Yeah.
Probably. And like you could say like it's a little different because like I don't want to say like I don't mean it in a bad way when I say that. But I think like there's a difference between like if you grew up with me, like you're so used to me being around, like my personality and like
I don't even know if we hit you with white jokes.
Not really. Like if anything, I'll probably say the white joke.
Yeah.
And then we'll geek at it. Like, or like there's not very many times like where if we're talking like racial debates, like I don't even know, like people won't even really ask me for the white perspective a lot of times. Like they'll just like talk about it and then I'll be like, well, they think this, or like it's never been like I don't really have friends that are like cautious about what topics they bring up to me. Or I don't know if he'd be comfortable like talking like that, or like I'm sure it wasn't like a thought process with you on like, oh, like my baby shower is only gonna have 3 white people. I hope Dill's fine.
Fuck no.
You know, or like, oh, my house.
Well, probably also because I've seen like we've been in those situations together as well. So it ain't like we haven't been in a fucking basement looking club.
Yeah, exactly.
And you in there comfortable, so I'm not gonna think you're not about to be comfortable at a damn baby shower.
Yeah,
so.
It's not like we haven't been to Club Baltimore.
Yeah,
you know, like it's not like, and like that's the other shit is like the friends like I really grew up with and shit. Like it's not like people like invite me out and be like, yo, just a heads up, like this is a black club, or yo, this is a black bar, and like likewise, like I don't really like. I might give you a heads up if I think the shit might be weird.
Yeah, you'll say weird. You won't say white.
Yeah, like I might like say like, cause you know what the vibe is, but like I'm not like, oh, motherfucker, if we going to the bar, we're going to the bar. Like I'll tell you if it's a rap bar or not. Like, But like, yeah, I say it's like some people. I guess there's a difference between like motherfuckers that like I don't know how to word it, right? Well, like there's certain people that like you have a friendship with that you're like just friends. Like you don't really like I don't want to be like see color shit because that shit's corny and whatnot. But like there's just a friendship, and then there's some people that like have a friend that is white. You know, like you're their friend. But they also like you are their white friend as well. And like that's also like a lot of people don't have a lot of white friends. Yeah. So like I might be their only white friend. So they might not like understand how comfortable I am in that role because I'm a lot of people's only white friend. Like that's just how it is. But it is kind of funny sometimes when I see people like make an extra effort to make sure I'm comfortable or whatnot. And I'm like, I've lived this life for my whole fucking life. Like it's not anything new. Yeah. Like so that shit is interesting. Or I was geeking with one of my friends because we was on the boat and whatnot, and she came out to me and her folks had a black hat, and he made a joke like he was gonna throw it up and shit. And obviously I get the joke. He wasn't talking about me. We were passing like a white boat, or a boat with all white people, and she was like, "Dude, like if he threw on the like." What hat? Like, who would you fight for? Like, and I'm just like, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking
this is back. What are we
like,
doing?
what are you talking about? And I'm like, the whites, obviously.
Yeah.
Whites, the fuck is you talking about? Like, obviously, I'm going with the whites. And it's funny because I'd be like, I just think like that shit is the geek to me because like I always think about shit like that. And I'm like, that's a dumbass question for me. Like,
what are we talking about?
I just flew 5 hours to come see you, yo. You think I'm gonna join? Like, white people don't really like, and I don't want to say they don't like. My kind of white people don't have like racial loyalty like that. Like, we don't have like it's not like black people, and like for reasons like you guys kind of have to have it or had to have it in certain situations. Like if I see like 2 white guys fighting 2 Indian guys, I'm not like, oh fuck, let me go make sure my white brothers are straight. Like I don't have that in me. Right. And it's also like kind of like a funny thing of like if you met me after a certain time, you don't really understand like me to an extent. Like motherfucker, like if I come on,
didn't know you before. If they ain't know you before 2014, they don't really know you.
It's just a different extent, like at like how people like. And that's not a bad thing because I've changed a lot, and I polished myself and whatnot. But like, if I like you enough to a point, I'll fly 3.5 hours to come see you get married. If somebody looks at your husband wrong and he wants to pop off, I will be the second one to throw the punch. No questions asked. Yeah. Like there's not gonna be a thing with me. Like that's like if I fuck with you, I fuck with you to the extent of like you're before me. So it's kind of funny, like when I see shit like that, I'm like, it's good that I've changed to that extent to where like people don't necessarily know like if I'm comfortable in certain situations or like I look like I'm easily rattled or whatnot. Because I'm not.
That's the funny shit is I'm trying to picture it. And I guess just because I've known you for so long that I don't have a picture of that. So it's just like weird hearing you say that people that don't know you as well will carry you that way, like just trying to comfort you, trying to make you feel included and shit. And it's just like, I don't think you need that, but
It's
all right.
literally like you're like, and it's nice, like it's thoughtful, like it's
You went to
thoughtful.
Glasgow and like,
It's thoughtful. I went to all black schools my
yeah,
whole life. I've played an
yeah.
all black sport my whole life. I've had majority all black friends my whole life. Like
I don't think people realize how up northern Delaware, how black it is.
100%.
I think they got a like skewed misconception of what I say again, northern Delaware really is. Like this shit is black. Like I remember one dude was like, yo, he was might have been from Florida and shit. He was like, yo, this shit kind of like Atlanta out here. He was like, not to the extent of like fun, but it's like mad black. And I'm like, yeah, it's black as shit. And I never even thought of it, but I'm like, it's pretty black. Like you're not gonna to be in northern Delaware and not see black people.
Like if you think about it, like I would say our high school like was going on to like 75% black people.
Had to be. That shit was black.
And that's like middle school too. And even the other high school I went to, it probably 60%. And I played an all black sport pretty much at those schools.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there was one other white guy, maybe on both other teams, and they didn't play.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, I don't know how it wasn't like we was hanging out with the friendliest group of guys either. You know, like it's not like a wedding or like a party or some shit. Trust me, it's not going to be an uncomfortable situation for me. Yo, like
motherfucker said we went to Baltimore again, asked why we here.
Yeah, motherfucker, my Baltimore folks is asking me, am I okay at a Baltimore club? I'm fine at a Baltimore club.
The Baltimore the club.
I'm fine. It is nice though, but I always like sometimes I'll be looking at it, I'm like, this is funny, yo. Like I'm fine. You don't have to make sure I'm okay. I'm not uncomfortable. This isn't the first time I've been the only white person in the room. It's not the last time I've only been the white person in the room. There's going to be another time next week, another time the week after that. And motherfucker like that, that's how that shit is. So like, I do kind of crack up. I think it's because like the older I get, like I told you, the one person asked me like I talk whiter than they would expect and shit. So I think like maybe like my dialects changed a little bit, and I'm definitely a lot more like mild tempered than I used to be. Like I'm a lot more chill than I used to be. I still get hype and shit, but like I'm a lot more chill and whatnot.
If they ain't meet you before 2014, they don't know.
I was a wild guy for a little bit there, yo. Like I was a nut. And a lot of that came from like the Dave Chappelle joke of like, yo, like the one white person that hangs out with them feels like they have the most to prove. That was my high school and college life. Like for a lot of times, like I had to puff my chest out. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know. That shit, I'll never be uncomfortable. I'm not uncomfortable in any room.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of hard being uncomfortable when you comfortable being yourself.
It's like
there's hard to be uncomfortable.
There's no force,
especially when you don't care. Like,
there's no force shit over here.
I don't give a fuck. It's hard to be uncomfortable.
I don't give a fuck. Like that one bar we went to in Philly last year, I was a little uncomfortable.
The fucked up part about that was I ain't know until after we left. You hit me. I'm like, I ain't shit because you was standing somewhere else. I was standing over here, and I'm like, oh, all right.
It's like yo, like not only am I used to being the only white in situations, I'm used to being the only white walking in with a black girl in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
So I'm used to being like a lot of attention. Who the fuck is that? What the fuck are they doing here? Like to where 95% of the time I don't even feel it.
Right.
Like it's because like a lot of times like that shit's not like coming out of like ill intent or whatnot. It's just a lot of people aren't used to seeing somebody like me.
Yeah.
And that's another thing like I learned as I get older and shit. And people say I'm their only white friend and shit is like That's kind of crazy to me. Like I didn't realize motherfuckers didn't have like at least one token. Motherfuckers don't got one token, friend.
I ain't gonna lie, like outside of work, now I'm thinking about it. As far, I mean, obviously I got white friends, but on a talk to on a regular schedule. But again, I don't think about it until it's a discussion like this.
That's bro. I was asking like even on the flip side of my white friends and shit. Like I remember one of me and my friends was arguing and shit one time about something else, and I'm like, "Do you have one black person you talk to at least once a month?"
Right.
Then shut the fuck up.
Right. Right.
Then shut the fuck up. Like but yeah, I guess like because where I grew up and like what schools I went to, what sports I played and shit, I'm so used to having a diverse group that I forget. Like, but it's definitely funny when people like try to like make sure I'm comfortable and shit, and I'm like, this is just another Tuesday, dog. Like,
yeah, y'all gotta relax.
You gotta relax, yo. And yes, if somebody throws up a black hat at a pool party, I'm not gonna go on the other white boat and start rumbling with them. No, why would I do that?
I'm gonna sink the ship.
Why would I do that? That makes no sense.
Yeah, that's
it's another story I'm gonna tell you off pod that's funny too. But like I do run into like every once in a while, motherfucker try to puff their chest out.
Like to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
How does that? Okay, we could wait.
Yeah, like puff their chest out and shit
as well.
Yeah, and I be thinking like, and now where I'm at in life, I be thinking like, man, get your whole ass out of here, boy.
that's all we can say at our age now. Like,
get that nut shit out of here, boy. No, but that shit, yeah, that shit's funny. But yeah, I mean, to the initial question, like my friends of other races, I don't think like they ever been uncomfortable saying like or making racial comments. I like a lot of them now, like the newer ones I have. When I say new, like it's not like I have like a bunch of new friends, but like people I met in the last like 8 years, 6 years, 7 years, like they'll hit me for like a little uncomfortable about it. I'll be like, oh, you could ask me anything. Like I'm not like that shit. Like that shit's like I don't really have uncomfortable topics.
Shit, as far as us, we done talked about everything from slavery. So I mean,
100%.
Ain't really too much off topic.
Gang violence to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So like that's that. Let me run through. I got another Dex question. They might have an EP credit for this. What's the wildest?
The wildest thing I've done on vacation? I probably. Let me think of something. I don't know. I
don't know if I've ever done anything like.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. If that's wild.
Yeah, if that's wild, I'm in.
Yeah, never do. I've seen wild shit. Like I've been in. I was. Who was up? And they was doing fucking coke off the plates. Shit was crazy. As far as me doing like some outlandish, I'm on vacation. I'm too mellow to be doing some wild shit. I ain't about to just do no crazy shit.
People choice of drugs. So I've seen a lot of people do coke. I've never.
We had I don't fucking know. We had the strippers is right there, and somebody sitting in front row doing a line.
It's been a lot of times where I'll be in the lines and pull out like they like a lot of people would have like the little like spoon on a like, and they were just like, you want to bump straight through right in the line.
So it's hookahs. They got 15 and just like line him up and then jump right in the pool. I'm like, okay.
Almost drowned this week. That was crazy.
It way to go.
It took 2 lifeguards to go out get them. Right, shit. No wonder motherfuckers ain't want to come to the beach. Last Dexter question. Your spouse go through your phone?
Whoa.
I don't know. Like that's just like yo.
I've never got that question. Thing is, I was just listening to and they had a listener question, and the girl seen something in his phone. So, or have you
going through? I guess it says, do you let?
I don't know. That's a weird question because she could be upstairs on my phone. I'm not, but at the same time, go through it. It sounds crazy because then it's like, all right. So I think that's still a phone, like, regardless of for what. Because you automatically get defensive. It's like, What are you for you to want to do this, or why do you? I've never gotten that question.
Yeah. And if I got the question that you want, I don't really got shit to hide.
That's what I'm saying.
Worst thing you're gonna find on my phone is some fucking. It's nothing really to hide here.
More so for real, be because you. Like you said,
like, that's weird. And like, yeah, I'm with you. Like, if my girl's like, yo, like, I need her here, have a blast.
Yeah.
Funny. Like, yeah, I don't got hide and shit. It's funny. I hadn't talked to her in a while. Just randomly sent me a nude, and I kind of panicked. I'm like, what do I do? Yo, family hit me with a nude. She's like, oh, that's funny. Blast.
There you go. Anything, it'll just be like, oh, you not what I thought you was type.
Like if anything, I'm gonna look at you weirder.
Yeah, and then that's when shit get weird.
Yeah, why do you think I got something just fuck?
Exactly.
Like, cause like I didn't do no weird shit. Yeah, text in fucking 5 years. Like I don't. Right. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I haven't, and go with it. Okay. The why is also like it's still like a. All right, this.
Yeah, that would be such a big turn off for me.
Yeah, like you said, I can trust, and if you ain't got trust in the.
And trust is right behind it. And it's like, yo, like if I'm my rule of thumb is I'm gonna trust you.
And asking to see a phone. Because then you go through it, right? Nothing. Then what? After like
where are we at now?
Yeah, what like it ain't regular. It ain't regular after that.
Topics you want to go through now, or want to hit the regular one?
Try to fly through them. Already at Usher Super Bowl.
I like Usher. A lot. He's got like 9 number ones. I think some people forgot. Usher is because he fell back a little bit when he was going through that.
Justin Timberlake or Usher? I don't know if you.
Well, I mean, if you do remember, Justin Timberlake. How about? Didn't we just talk about that? Yeah, come on, did we just talk about that? Or did we just talk about that? You see how motherfuckers picking?
The votes was overwhelmed, and it wasn't showing Usher. No,
I don't think people realize like yeah. And Justin Timberlake already did his Super
Jackson, but we could give him that.
Yeah, he did his. Drop some people out there. He doesn't need it.
Jabari Parker made a statement. The NBA earlier, but this is what he said. He said over here and play. I want to be a part of. It is a business. There's 10 to 12 teams. The good players. You either have no excuse to Marcus Cousins, Dwight, and going to the Hall of Fame. Not on in the league getting watered down, unfortunately. Teams with bums on rosters is not in the league. Because in a league where every win the top league, you go to the bum league, basically, like the B in the B league.
Where you lose me a little bit. Like I like all the guys he named, but there's a John Wall played for the Clippers. He played like shit. His turnover to his ass, and it was ass when he came back. If you're coming off a major injury history, plug off the bench, like where Richard Jefferson transitioned into, no room for the old superstar. Same thing. I mean,
like are we saying Tony Bradley's?
I'm not saying he's better than DeMarcus Cousins to be okay with average, and they might still have that ability. It doesn't show that. Dwight Howard,
he won a chip.
He played okay. Why am I going to put somebody when I can give those good minutes to a 20 Parker, buddy? Like, let's not. You have a bunch of options to be on an NBA, and you never played good on a winning team. You never put up good stats on a winning. His 1 year, $15 million contract. Please have a blast.
I feel like if everybody in the NBA wanted.
This is the thing.
You just don't like the guys he named.
And you don't have to shit or this thing. And maybe there is, and maybe they have a lesser schedule, and maybe every game is a little bit more. Have a blast, buddy.
You ain't.
I mean,
purposely losing games, draft picks.
Motherfuckers purposely look bums.
That's totally different. Still making the money.
NBA teams. KC. Yeah. Right. Fucking sick roster right now. Chet, Shea, 26.
You think the Sixers going to win the chip? Okay. I mean, but I'm saying they did all that come to
turn into a contender. The Sixers have had 5 years of losing for 6. Jimmy Butler team couldn't have got a championship. They did everything right to put themselves
on the playoff team.
I know that was developing as a playmaker and an offensive threat. They had a Embiid and JJ Redick the championship.
It was
a third fringe all-star caliber. If you're coached properly, that's enough to get.
Yeah, but then again, you go back. How comfortable are you with losing?
Spurs with Pop coaching them?
Yes.
Well, who's been tanking them? Well, the Hornets have been.
Rockets been tanking.
The Thunder have been good.
But
they made the playoffs the last. Bro, you gotta think before they were bad. Chris Paul, they had. I think they never even tanked. I don't
this team.
And then they had Shai or Shaylin, Lou Dirt. They probably tanked 1 year. No, and that place is sold out.
All that shit is cool, but are we putting out the best roster?
The Thunder is the worst roster. If you look at any ranking, they have a top team.
Use DeMarcus backup.
He's not good.
He's
not good anymore. We gotta stop.
Not even that
just
old.
Because LeBron is going to be good at 39.
Like 33.
Play until 38. The young guys can younger, and the old guys are trying to stick to produce at the same level.
Because they get. And it's like, I love the thing when guys say, what they call them, OG. Ain't no OG on that team.
Yeah, the motherfuckers wanted to argue and say, Jesus, stay in longer. Let's put a fucking PA guys, just like they do with football. You want roster spots for the
basketball leagues? The physicality is just crazy.
More of a reason football should be able to come in.
Hell no.
I'm down with CTE.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't no 18-year-olds, I say, coming in the standpoint. But in the NBA team, you could bust somebody ass at 20. I don't know. I do never oppose the tanking. I get it. It's corny when it's like purposely like a legitimate ass before we just or have a bad roster that we're gonna lose game just to get a pick that may or two. Well, they got one now. One pick from all them tanking. That's weird as shit to me.
All the time is like, go watch the Spain League. I was saying, like, yo, if that's how people feel, if they're proud of.
If we had the channels, maybe I would.
Charlemagne and Drake pretty much said that Charlemagne the God. Drake got some backlash for some lyrics. I thought it was a cool song. I liked it.
I think it's gonna sound better on the album, but
I played it a couple times.
I didn't say it was whack, but be singing because it's Drake and SZA. But like a rejuvenated Drake fan, I seen and I hear it, and I was underwhelmed. It wasn't as in the quality of music Drake put out, but it was okay. I could listen to it. I'm pretty sure I will. Like I said, underwhelmed. I was like, yeah. I always text somebody about like, you heard about that shit though.
About slaves. I thought that was a joke. I didn't even. But yeah, I guess. Anyway, Charlotte. So he was saying the song didn't, and said that Charlemagne's been obsessed with shit, calling him off-brand Morris Chestnut, and blah blah. And I don't know. You got thoughts on it?
Like, but Charlemagne always says he likes when Drake like, you the biggest guy, or in media if you want. I don't see the problem. But I mean, it was coming at his neck crazy. Charlemagne mentioned Drake, so I felt like
accurate, honestly.
What? I mean, regardless, like everybody say, is Drake and Drake shit drop? It wasn't that this time.
The shit is like Charlemagne, not as much anymore. Shock Job. He was Howard Stern for hip hop. Bottles off the back-to-back disc.
Exactly.
They're one of the most universally loved. The power to respond and say whatever you want. More 76 of Charlemagne's followers. He's probably the biggest media personalities. It's like you want, but like, let's be realistic. But like Charlemagne's gonna have a little fucking.
And what is it?
He'll be in the Radio Hall of Fame.
Books.
Best-selling author. You're talking to a guy that is probably going to end up being a net worth of 100. Tough to discredit that.
Yeah, he wasn't as mad. I was like, nah.
It was a weak moment. We often forget that superstar they can get out of character.
we could.
Before,
All this moving, but the world is making this shit so big of a thing.
has that Oregon coach been there for?
That shit don't work like that. Recruiting is real, and I did like what he said after the game. This is the worst we gonna be. So get me while you can, because this is the worst we gonna be.
Fair enough. Dude, you didn't say it, but the Colin Kaepernick shit was interesting. I really like the letter he sent to the Jets, and I think it's a no-lose situation. It's a good approach to take.
Yeah. Will it work? I don't know. That goes back to the whole NBA conversation we just had. Would you want the 24-year-old that you could build into a QB that you want on your practice squad, or do you want the 36, 35, 37-year-old old quarterback that wasn't starting when he was basically, what they say, blackballed out of the league?
If you just want to be on the practice squad, have a blast. I mean, that's the same argument we just had for the NBA, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, even with practice squad shit, that shit is more for scout team shit. So you kind of want quarterbacks. I don't know if they playing. Sir, I don't know if they playing scrambling quarterbacks this year.
Well, I guess that was his whole shit, is that he said if you sign me to the practice team, you'll have a look for Lamar Jackson. I think it was Hurts and Patrick Mahomes that you play in week 5, 6, and 7.
He gassing with Patty, but he could do the Mahomes and Hurts. Like, you could get that off. You could run around, but let's Patty in his own fucking realm, bro. Like, let's leave him alone.
Fair enough. I mean, that's probably the approach you should have took a while ago. Is give me a practice team squat, and I won't be competing. There won't be any pressure, and it'll give me a look.
Right.
My random thought is I think it's very funny the Travis Kelce backlash I'm seeing on my black side of the timeline.
I seen it from women. I didn't necessarily see it from men.
No, guys don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like this shit is like
the loop as well. Because why do we care?
Who gives a fuck if Travis Kelce used to date a black woman and now he's dating Taylor Swift, and now it was just a weird fetish that he had, and like, yeah, I'll give you guys this, like, yeah, like maybe I'm not the guy to say it and whatnot, but like some people just don't have a preference.
Yeah.
Like some people just like girls they're attracted to. Some people are attracted to Taylor Swift types, and some people are also attracted to Beyonce types.
And yeah, Travis Kelce X is fine or whatever.
She's fine, and she is a pretty girl. Super pretty girl.
Let's not act like now is Taylor Swift the most attractive woman on earth?
I want to say, like, and
I want ugly, no.
And that's what I also want to say from the white side is, like, a lot of people find Taylor Swift like a stunningly attractive woman.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not in that boat, but I'm also not in the boat of like she's trash.
No, she's not an ugly lady. She's not built like she's not built like ladies like we might be attracted to.
Right.
She's not an ugly girl, and a lot of people find her desirable. And just because Travis Kelce dated one black lady doesn't mean that he has an allegiance to date all black women. He might not like all black women. It's like that's just it is what it is. He might not. He might date an Asian next week. We don't fucking know what he likes. And also, like, just because motherfuckers built Travis Kelce up to like this like super cool dude that like if you listen to his podcast and shit, it's not like Travis Kelce's the most fucking like super fucking hip, like crazy, like in touch guy. Like he's like his brother Jason. Like he just looks cooler. Like it's like I don't get the backlash.
Women found him attractive. They put him on a pedestal and get mad at his taste. How?
He's dating one of the biggest performing superstars in the world.
I don't know if we've ever looked at a celebrity chick and was like, why is she dating him? We don't give a fuck.
That's always my funny. No, I guess this is my funny shit too. Is like I'll see that shit every once in a while with Pete Davidson. I'm like, you guys are freaks. Who cares?
Yeah.
How does Pete keep knocking these pretty girls? What are you? I don't know. I don't know if Pete's a handsome guy or ugly guy. I don't fucking know what girls think are. I don't know what girls think are attractive most of the time. I don't know.
Girls feel the same way with us. I don't know what dudes like. Girls next minute they don't like nothing.
I'm sure there's probably people like motherfucking. I'm sure there's probably like some of my friends or girls' friends are probably like, yo, he's not a handsome guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm sure that like everybody has different tastes.
Yeah,
everybody has different tastes. Like it's not like I don't know. That shit is weird.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's my random thought. I think people need to mind their fucking business on who they're dating for the most part.
who gives a fuck? Shout out to Travis Kelce dating one of the biggest stars in music.
Somebody's on a run. He went from a beautiful girl to another subjectively beautiful girl. That's
It's fucked up. We gotta say subjectively.
Yeah, people think Taylor Swift is pretty. They do. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's not the kind of girl I usually talk to, but that doesn't mean she's not pretty.
Yeah.
Like, that's stupid as shit. And she's like, if this other shit is like, motherfuckers champion a girl for talking to somebody super successful, and then go to Travis Kelce and say, oh, why is he dating her? This bitch is a damn near a billionaire.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Dub.
What are we doing?
Dub. Yeah, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
From what it looked like, she might have shot her shot at him. Who knows?
We don't know. Her pussy might be fire. I don't know. And she might be really nice. I ain't
gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
She bitch could have a shot, bro. I don't fucking know. I got no idea, bro. I don't know. Yeah, but that's my random thought. Views from a chair. I ran a little long this night, but